duty. We live that way out of love and out of gratitude. So Paul is telling the church of Ephesus, I, therefore, the prisoner in the Lord, beseech you to walk worthily of the calling wherewith you were called. Now, let me kind of explain what the word walk is very quickly. Walk is your life. We're going to be seeing that in some other verses inside of this. This is how you live your daily life. This is your journey through this life. Paul is saying that your journey through this life, after you become a believer in Jesus Christ, is something that should be lived worthy of the calling that you have inside of your life. The calling from Jesus Christ. Now, this is a very difficult thing. Because if you remember some of the history about Paul, let me go back here a little bit. If you remember some of the history about Paul. Now, before he was Paul, he was Saul. But he had that life-changing event that happened to him on the Damascus Road. You remember the light and the voice and all that? And then something radical happened inside of him. You see, the Christ that he was persecuting, the church that he was persecuting before that Damascus Road experience, all of a sudden Paul has now done a flip-flop. He is now promoting. He is now out ministering. He is out being a missionary. He's out preaching the message of Jesus Christ. There's a radical change that took place inside of him. And Paul is teaching the church of Ephesus, he's teaching them about how this radical change should be taking place in our life. And there's a whole list of things there in Ephesians chapter 4. And there's other places inside of the Scripture also. And he goes down that list, and man, you can start writing them off. And then you look at that list and you say, man, that's got to be hard. That's got to be very difficult for all these changes to take place. And it is. Would you agree with me? I mean, as a new Christian or even as a mature Christian, when you start looking at that list, when you start looking at the fruit of the Spirit, man, I lost the fruit of the Spirit watching the game yesterday. That long suffering went right out the window. That peace, that joy, it went right out the window. That meekness went right out the window. So it's hard. It really is hard. But he gives us a baby step. Now, thank God for a baby step. And that baby step is this question. If you'll start asking this question at every opportunity, at every circumstance, at every decision that you have to make inside of your life, you'll find that you become wiser and that your walk becomes stronger and that the old person is beginning to diminish more and more and more inside of that. So what he's saying there, he's a new creature, the old things are passed away. So we have that baby step. So let's kind of go a little bit, and this is leading up to where I want to pick up again today. Very quickly, look therefore carefully how you walk. Now, that's kind of very easy for us to kind of just pull out the general meaning of it. Be very careful how you live. And don't live a careless life. In other words, every step that you take, I want you looking around. I want you up, down, sideways, forward, backwards. Notice all the surroundings around you. A careless life, a person who is very careless living their life, they're not going to pay any attention. They're there. They're in full throttle. They don't care. They know what's happening. They're in charge, and they're going on. That is a very unwise lifestyle.